Apple pledges another $100 billion for a screen manufacturing center in Kentucky. Democrats' attempt to go nuclear on gerrymandering is going poorly, and WNBA players threaten to sit out if they aren't paid more. I'm Tony Kinnett, host of the Daily Signal's Tony Kinnett Cast, syndicated nationally at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is Thursday, August 7th, 2025. This is the Daily Signal's top news in 10. Yesterday, Apple CEO Tim Cook joined President Trump at the White House to announce another $100 billion in a manufacturing facility, this time for iPhone and Apple Watch glass screens down in Kentucky. Check it out.
Today, Apple is announcing that it will invest $600 billion, that's with a B, in the United States over the next 4 years. That's $100 billion more than they were originally going to invest. And this is the largest investment Apple has ever made in America and anywhere else. And it's just an honor to have you. As you know, Apple's been an investor in other countries a little bit. I won't say which ones, but a couple. And they're coming home. $600 billion. It's the biggest there is. The company is also unveiling its ambitious new American manufacturing program, which will bring factories and assembly lines across our country all roaring to life.
This brings the total of Apple investments recently into the United States up to $600 billion. Here's Tim Cook.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. President, thank you very much for having me here today. You've been a great advocate for American innovation and manufacturing, and I'm grateful for your leadership and your commitment. That's a commitment we share at Apple because American innovation is central to everything we do. Our products are designed here, we're hiring and growing here, and we support 450,000 jobs with thousands of suppliers and partners in all 50 states. Earlier this year, we made our largest ever spending commitment, $500 billion to the U.S. over the next 4 years. That's already yielding results. Earlier this year, we broke ground on a new factory in Houston to make advanced AI servers. And just last month, the very first test unit rolled off that factory's line, proudly made in America. President Trump shared some kind words about that work, but he also asked us to think about what more we could commit to doing. And Mr. President, we took that challenge very seriously. I'm glad to be here with you today, and I'm very proud to say that today we're committing an additional $100 billion to the United States, bringing our total U.S. investment to $600 billion over the next 4 years. As a part of this, we're launching Apple's American Manufacturing Program. It will spur even more production right here in America for critical components used in Apple products all around the world. And we're thrilled to announce that we've already signed new agreements with 10 companies across America to do just that.
Apple is also expanding semiconductor production in Texas, in Utah, Arizona, and New York. They're expanding mining, recycling, and earth precious minerals development in California. And Apple is just one of many corporations who have either pledged or begun construction of major financial investment into the United States in the tech sector. These include companies like NVIDIA, Micron, SoftBank, IBM, TSMC, Intel, Johnson & Johnson, Merck, Stellantis, GM, Roche, Hyundai, Honda, and hundreds of billions of dollars for almost every single one of those. Notably, President Trump dropped a linchpin piece of economic policy that is going to fundamentally change how a lot of the tech sector in the United States economy functions. He stated that if you are a company who has either pledged to build new factories or facilities here in the United States, you are in the process of investing in the United States, or you are actively manufacturing facilities here in the country, you don't have tariffs applied to you at all. Whatsoever. You are completely exempt. However, if you don't follow through with your commitment to build in the United States, Trump has suggested that the tariffs will then come back to hit you, essentially like a back taxes situation. And Democrat senators' strategy to focus on gerrymandering now is really not going well. Senator Elisa Slotkin of Michigan took to television to say that it was time for Democrats to abandon nonpartisan actions and go nuclear.
I'm going to urge and encourage blue states like a California or a Chicago or a Illinois, to do the same thing. I don't want to do that. I want the country to have a completely nonpartisan drawing of the lines based on the census. But if they're going to do that and go nuclear, so am I.
Of course, rather ironic considering that when you look at Illinois, California, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, etc. ad nauseum, these are already heavily gerrymandered states and have been for some time. It's something that both parties do, although states like California, New York, Massachusetts, and Illinois are so far gerrymandered already that it's really impossible to gerrymander them any further, as many critics have been quick to point out that Democrats haven't necessarily been playing this nonpartisan up until now. This did come to bite Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois on an appearance on Colbert, a rather unusual time for Pritzker to draw fire, and he then blamed the redistricting on kindergartners. Check it out.
Easy districts in Illinois. Take a look at this. Look at 17 here. It does that, then it comes up here and it sneaks around there and goes all the way up here and then goes right over there like that. And look at this one, kind of goes whoop up there. It's like the stinger on a scorpion down here. Is this common for all states to do?
Well, we handed it over to a kindergarten class and let them decide.
Okay, and that's the nonpartisan group that does this
Absolutely.
For you guys?
That's our independent commission, you know. That is, yeah. I mean, look.
So because all states, to a certain extent, do this, why is what Texas doing particularly egregious in this case?
Well, here, every 10 years we do a census in this country, and right after the census, we redraw districts in every state. But what the Republicans are trying to do, and the Texas Republicans, frankly, at the behest of Donald Trump, are doing it mid-decade. That is extraordinarily rare.
That's an important point, because I think he literally called them or wrote them and said, hey, I need 5 seats.
Now, as a matter of record, it is untrue that almost all states wait for the 10-year window to do any kind of redistricting. The majority of states and commonwealths in the United States do often redistrict their maps based on population movements, new laws, both at the state legislature level as well as the national legislature level. States also have the opportunity to redistrict based on a state census instead of a federal census, internal and external catalysts. And last but not least, WNBA players are threatening to sit out if they aren't paid more because, at least as far as Angel Reese of the Chicago Sky described, there are new rookies expected to come into the league that might be paid more than she is. Here you go.
We all did it.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course.
Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get paid for consequences. Damn, we got to get it up.
Y'all got to
like
do
y'all.
something. Y'all got to do something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year. Because the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones the year after, they're going to get more. They probably going to be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm hurt.
They are. Yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meetings.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, we sitting out.
That's a possibility for real.
Yeah.
Here's the issue with that, though. Right now, according to Polymarket, there is a major betting trend going on regarding the WNBA, but it has nothing at all to do with the players because there is currently one particular event, a trend perhaps, that has been going on that is now being bet on far more than any player and performance in the WNBA. This is the practice of throwing neon green sex toys onto the floor of WNBA games. As of now, there have been at least 4 games in which an individual has attempted to throw a lime green sex toy onto the court. In 3 instances, the toy made it onto the court, and in 1 instance on the 5th, the toy did not make it onto the court, but instead slapped a child in the face. Because of this, the WNBA has issued a no-bag policy for any of its games, lest there be additional sex toys which slip through. While Coach Plum of the Indiana Fever said that they just want to ignore that particular trend as much as possible, not give it any oxygen, Los Angeles Sparks coach Lynn Roberts said it's ridiculous, it's dumb, it's stupid, and it's also dangerous. And you know, player safety is number one, respecting the game, all those things. I'm not sure what injuries she is suggesting could occur by throwing a silicone sex toy onto the court of a WNBA game. But to be fair, I'm not sure the coach of the Los Angeles Sparks is used to getting interview questions, so it may have taken her off guard. Before you go, head down to the description and make sure you're subscribed to the Tony Kinnett Cast. And join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern for a roundup of the day's news and nonsense. I'm Tony Kinnett, and this has been the Daily Signal's Top News in 10. Take care.